Everybody, and welcome to the frozen north of the Forgotten Realms, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Of course, we wanted to give our special thanks to @theart_of_Jen for all the wonderful artwork of our adventures, credit to Tailspire for the wonderful software that we're using, and to Wizards of the Coast for the story, artwork, and the monster artwork, and the campaign that we're running. So, to begin our recap, last we left off, Dearaen the Tiefling Bard, Sho Val the Human Rune Knight, Mordin the Tiefling Ranger, Tok the Half-Orc Eldritch Knight, Kibbles their mascot Fox, and Pinecone their pack Axe-Beak had arrived back into Termalaine and enjoyed a night of some drinks and fun before turning in for the night, only to wake up to find the town being beset by a pack of awakened animals, bears, wolves, and goats, and even a stray elk or two.
Fucking goats.
Indeed. And they fended off their town with reckless abandon. And Mordin had climbed upon the roof of the inn and looked off in the distance to see what appeared to be a lone owl floating above the town and watching the carnage. Upon firing at it, he learned that the owl in and of itself was a druid, and the druid counterfired by creating an ice storm that battered and bruised both him and Dearaen, knocking Dearaen unconscious.
Ooh.
In this battle, a few lives of the townspeople were lost, food stocks and property was damaged, but with the help of our adventurers, they get to add another title to their now growing fame: the Defenders of Termalaine. And with that, we're going to pick up.
Fancy.
So, you are all still kind of sitting outside of the inn that you had taken a rest in. Kibbles is kind of still pacing around inside, unbeknownst to you two and everybody else that is outside.
Yeah, I was gonna say, first thing after the battle and everything was done, I was gonna check on Kibbles and Pinecone.
Actually, as you're kind of coming in closer, a lady kind of sticks her face outside the door, hesitantly, looking around, and she calls out, Is everybody okay? If anybody's wounded, please come in.
Please. Holding my side.
And she kind of holds up open the door.
I will go and check on Kibbles and Pinecone first. We were dealing with a druid. No telling what happened with them.
So,
Pinecone'll still be outside.
Pinecone's in a stable right now. I'm assuming you guys took Pinecone to a stable.
Yeah.
I thought you said Pinecone was in a stable attached to the tavern or something like that.
Yeah. I just had the model outside. So Perilou and everybody kind of join you in the middle of the tavern, or in the inn, the East Side Inn.
One we all stayed at, actually.
The one that you all stayed at. Even good old Omed Frostbrew decides to join in with everybody.
Yeah, Elwood was a badass. Okay.
Let's go moving everybody in. So, as people are kind of settling down, maybe taking seats and stuff, Keegan kind of starts kind of looking around, going, "What the hell was that? I've never seen anything like that."
We heard tales of awakened animals earlier. Or
I've
awakened
come across.
beings earlier. Yeah.
I mean, I've come across. I believe on our travel up north here, we actually came across a pack of elk. Their horns were glowing, but I didn't think too much of it. I mean, I've seen stranger things, you know, Yeti and all.
I nudged Dearaen make the motion for elephant trunk.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
tell him.
Yeah, yeah. We also saw a talking mammoth as well, early on in our travels. From his jaw. It was an interesting encounter. But we came across that elk pack as well.
Really now?
Yeah, we had the same thing as you. Didn't think much of it. My guess is it's part of those awakened creatures. We heard a little bit about them, but didn't know what to expect. Seemed to be part of a druid. Druid's making.
Well, if it's having to deal with animals, I would imagine a druid's probably behind it.
Although,
So I think-
oddly enough, we heard it from an undead human who said they encountered the druid. And they're the reason why he was alive, if I remember that correctly. Above game, that was right, correctly? Because I think he said
Yeah.
that the druid brought him back. Yeah.
Sephicultro awakened to see a druid who basically kind of gave him the task of going around and basically defeating or ensuring that certain customs were being met, especially making sure that the sacrifices to the Frostmaiden were being kept.
Okay. That was a while ago, so I had to
Yeah,
jog my memory on that one.
that's fine.
Yeah. So it might possibly be the same druid. Say something? Hello?
Okay. And the innkeeper, kind of like walking around. Is everybody okay? Do you need any bandages? Hot drinks, perhaps?
I think a little bit time by the fire and a nice drink might be good. I got hit with a pretty powerful ice spell.
I noticed that there was a little bit more hail on the ground as I poked my head out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad to see that everybody's alright. You should probably hunker down just in case there's any more out there. You're all looking relatively weary. And then, Omaed speaks up. Ain't no better goat's going to take care of me.
You dealt with bears, not goats. Goats are a different thing altogether.
As I raise
Hi,
my
lad.
leg, that's like sprained because I got hit in the shins like 3 times by goats.
You're gonna get taken down by a goat. That's a sorry way to go.
me and Dearaen both just giving him cold stares.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Like, how about one thrown by Yeti?
Mordin's just sitting at the table, his head buried in his hands, fighting laughter, but... yeah.
Don't you laugh. You gained the ire of the spellcaster.
Yeah, well, I stopped the fight, didn't I?
No, you didn't. They kept fighting after they left.
Well, at least we didn't have to fight the druid.
Yeah, what was that about? Cut off the head and the rest will fall? You cut off a head. And the head is still alive.
Yep.
So now we've got to go on the lookout for someone heading, what was it, north?
A female druid.
Yeah. So after we rested up a bit, let's ask some of the townspeople if they saw an injured folk, someone injured, run north.
To be honest, with all the blizzard going around, I could barely even see anything.
Yeah, well, a hunch is better than nothing.
I never said it was hunching. It's a female druid that ran north.
I meant like a hint. If someone saw
While they're arguing, can I ask the barmaid for some splints for my sprained leg?
Yeah, she pulls out some like firewood or something, like some logs or something, and basically kind of hands it to you. Sorry, this is all I can do in the short term. I hope it's better than nothing. And she also pulls out some like rope and pulls out a bit of a rope and stuff too. Just
if you bring some of the more critically wounded to me, I've got a few more spell slots left, or a few more spells in my disposal. Yeah. I can hardly talk.
So far, out of everyone, who looks the worst?
I would say Sho Val because he nearly died. Like, I got healed a little. Yeah, but I got healed a little bit between that.
Yeah, by me. I know.
You're the one who caused it to begin
Yeah,
with,
well, I
so-
jumped off the roof to heal you, so that covers it.
Not really.
Yeah, it did. I jumped off the roof to heal you, and I hurt myself doing so.
Garrett looks a little bit wounded, but you can see him kind of tending to his own wounds.
Okay. Perilou?
Perilou definitely looks...
Haggard.
Actually, she looks relatively... relatively healthy at the moment.
I healed her a couple of times.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Especially thanks to Dearaen's help. And then
Yeah,
Omaed actually looks the most wounded. Like you can see a few nice bruises and gashes, but
he's also the most energetic.
I put my hand on
I mean,
Omaed's shoulder.
if you want to give
heal him.
if you want to do an insight check, you can go ahead.
Sure. Why not?
Wow. All right.
19.
You can kind of tell that he's feeling a little bit. He's kind of faking it at the moment. Like you can kind of see him like do like the odd twinge of like, ooh, ow.
Just want to move there. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's just like I feel
great.
It's like, yeah, I got
Great.
my ankle. Okay. Yeah, give him a mug of ale. He'll be fine.
Yeah, kind of, basically. And he's kind of sitting there with a mug of ale and just kind of like just sitting there and just taking a breather.
Yeah, but when I offered the spell slots, I meant like offered the healing. I meant like more like civilians.
Yeah.
Because I figured we were going to take a rest, so.
As for civilians, if you want, you can make a small kind of perception check.
Okie dokie. Not with a nat 1.
No, you kind of went straight back into the inn. You would guess that if there were just regular injured people, they're probably not here. But for everybody that is here, they either seem like relatively healthy or like just slightly wounded.
Yeah. I thought with a nat 1 you're gonna be like, everyone's fucking dead.
No, I'm not
Okay.
that mean.
I know. Yet. Until we royally piss you off.
I'm not that mean. No, so,
Says one who critically goaded us.
hey, the dice tell the story, not me.
I'm messing.
No, it's just you.
Anyways, so, and
But-
Perilou's just kind of like sitting in a corner, going like, and kind of just like muttering to herself, going like, da da da, by the gods,
I'm
what is going on in this place?
gonna
Seem
bring
to have
her
most
out.
of the,
Whoop.
seem to have all the worst luck.
I'm gonna bring her a hot drink and just be like, yeah, things seem to be escalating faster and faster nowadays. It seemed like about a week ago we only hunted down a pack of goblins, and now we're doing all this.
It seems like somebody is very hell-bent on making sure that a lot of us aren't around if they're sitting here attacking towns.
Yeah,
Why would they even want to attack us? It's not like we're doing anything.
they probably want control. Want people to know their place, even if they haven't done anything.
Sounds like my brother.
So, you can kind of just... You don't even have to roll insight on this one. She's, like, visibly looking, like, shell-shocked. Like, she's just kind of, like, sitting there just, like, thinking, and just, like... What is going on?
And that's existential crisis.
Yeah, basically. And Ahmed's like, well, if you guys are off to go fight some nasty spellcaster druid, I should probably get you all geared up, shall we?
Some gear might be a good idea, because whether we like it or not, we're part of something greater at the moment.
Granted, I don't even know if there's anything I could give you at the moment.
If you got some gear, that give us a look, and let us take a look, and we'll see if there's anything that's good.
I've
Even
got
though
some
it's-
connections to the Dwarven city over to our east. If there's any, like, swords or shields or something that you might want, I could probably pull a few strings.
Speaking of
But
strings,
beyond that, I don't know if there's any much I can get you beyond that.
well,
I'd offer my own services, but if this attacks any of the most recent case, I should probably stick around here. Help defend this in case it happens again.
well, a couple of us use swords, but and the other two use great weapons.
At the mention of the Dwarven city, but I kind of Mordin kind of perks up a bit, and he pulls out the, what was it, a diary or like a journal that he pulled off of the dwarf body?
That wasn't it the tiefling body?
No, I
No,
pulled
wait.
off the
There was
DM. DM, did I pull off a journal off the body? Because I did search it.
The
Dwarven body, blue boots, no head.
yeah, that's why I
No.
was trying to correct myself on that one. Because I said, oh yeah, I forgot about the headless dwarf.
the headless dwarf.
I did
I
pull
don't
off some
believe-
sort of identification. You did say I did.
Let me look through my notes. You can do some role playing or something in a second.
Okay.
But at the mention of him saying strings, I was like, speaking of strings, I'm just gonna start playing small little melodies just to kind of calm people down a little bit.
Okay. If you want, you can do a
Performance?
performance.
18. Just
Nice.
to kind of calm the mood a little bit. Get people thinking a bit clearly.
Okay. Yeah, you play a nice little jingle, something a little bit more soothing, nothing too like joyous or raucous. As for the little book, you didn't see a you didn't see any journals or anything on him. The journal came from Asterix, the tiefling wizard that you had come across the body of and subsequently
her and
buried.
Yeah.
I will say that you did find some like dog tags on the dwarf.
Some guild tags.
Yeah, kind of like a, oh hey, this character was, or this guy hails from the, kind of like a house symbol or something. If you want, you can make a history check for me, just to see if you recognize the,
Yeah, no, that's not one.
yeah, you're, like, you have some dog tags, but you can't place any, like, house names to it.
Yeah. But I show them to Oleg, you called him?
Omed?
Omed.
Omed.
Sure, I'll have Omed roll a history. He doesn't know either with a 6.
Alright. Fair enough.
May I?
I kind of
Or-
wave over you.
I mean,
like
if
take
you
a
want
look.
to, go ahead.
And
Wait,
Sho
Peter?
Val
Yeah.
Let's see.
and Peter.
That is 11.
Okay. Did you want to roll, Devin, or?
Yeah, I will. But I was letting Peter go first. Not with a 2, which is also a 3.
Ouch.
That was almost an 18. Oh.
Give it a go, or is that kind of a moot point?
I say fuck it. Let him do it.
I mean, if you want to
That's-
roll,
that-
by all means, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna
but
say,
I was
like,
gonna
the
say, Sho Val will get a little bit of information. At least with a 10.
Yeah.
With an
Was
11.
that a history?
Yep.
History. Yep. Sorry.
Uh,
talk over
it's
DM.
just kind of like knowledge about like local areas.
16.
Okay. Sho Val, you're a little bit more familiar with the insignia. It's one of you've kind of got like a hazy remembrance of what the insignia looks like. You're not quite like it's kind of one of those things where like it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't quite remember it.
The headache is causing a problem. That's
Yeah,
Wow.
and plus your head's kind of pounding from all the goats hitting you. And everything. Goats and wolves and everything else. Tok, however, you recognize the symbol, or this house symbol, as under the Hammer Homes.
Hammer Homes?
Hammer Home. It's a kind of a dwarf. He's a dwarf clan that are kind of more experienced in making, like explorers kits and stuff. So like climbing gears and it's kind of like a because different dwarf different dwarves are kind of like more skilled at making certain types of armaments and stuff.
So would they be like
So
a climber's kit too?
yeah, like climbers kits and explorers kits and that kind of thing.
they're the survivalists.
Yeah, basically. And you could probably guess that whoever this was kind of belonged to that clan and probably went exploring. And apparently paid his life for it. So what can you do? Perry Lou actually kind of looks up for just a second and goes, I know that you gave me this because of my companion. And she pulls out the Asterix's journal full of spells, her spellbook, and goes, if you're bound and determined to go take care of this threat to, well, all the lives of us humanoids and peoples of 10 towns, thinking you'll probably make more use of this than I would. I'm not a wizard by any means.
Neither am I, but I might know someone who might make use of it. So should I add spellbook to my thing?
She was just kind of like talking to everybody in the party. You can, or Tok can also grab it and add the spells and his things in his book to his repertoire.
Wait, that's how Eldritch Knights work?
They basically memorize wizard spells.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's how Eldritch Knights work.
Oh, that's cool.
They, instead of being like a wizard carrying their spells and stuff around with them and then doing like book math and everything, they basically just kind of do a more active memorization and just kind of do quick. Basically, they
Memorize and preparate.
Memory recall.
memory recall and so. I can send you the list of spells if you want. Some of them are ritual spells, so if you do want to take the ritual caster feat, you can also cast those spells. But I'll throw the list of spells in Discord, at least. And if you look in the spellbook Tok, you can roll me just a general intelligence check.
Okay. Ah, come on, really?
Oh.
Ah. That one.
I will say with advantage just because, like, you're not trying to do it in a rush. Because, like you're taking time to actually kind of, like, sift through the information.
Oh, that is so
There you
much
go.
better.
So
21.
you kind of just start reading through a little bit, and some of the spells in there involve altering one's self to have different aesthetics, such as like getting gills and stuff so you can breathe underwater, or
Ooh.
maybe even kind of taking on the form of a different humanoid for a short time. There's another one that allows you to basically create a small pocket of daggers in the middle of the air.
Ooh.
One of them allows you to comprehend a bunch of different languages, be it... but it'll... for spoken and written languages.
I got that.
Yep. One allows you to detect magic.
Don't got that.
That one is a thing. One allows you to move a little bit faster during your turn. It's called Expeditious Retreat. Another is kind of like it kind of builds upon, like, you're reading through this and it kind of builds upon the firebolt that you know, but it casts 3 rays all at once. It's called Scorching Ray. You actually look through and you do see Shield. You've already gotten that one memorized. You find one that's seems to be a little bit more in the wheelhouse of what Dearaen can do. This one allows you to kind of influence somebody's mind to kind of like make them think that, oh hey, this thing's a really good idea, and they'll kind of do that for about 8 hours. Suggestion?
Yeah, that is so much more up Dearaen's alley.
Yeah.
Except don't let that
It's
spell
definitely a
this level,
charmed...
maybe.
It's a charming spell. And then another one is creates basically a kind of a small like force disc that you can put stuff on and it'll carry it for you.
Oh shit! I know what that is.
Yep.
Oh, the floating disc thing.
Tensor's
Yeah,
floating
Your
disc.
floating disc. Oh,
Yep.
Yeah,
damn, that's a good one.
So,
What level was this wizard? Damn.
Well, enough so that she can cast second level spells. So probably around like level 3.
Okay.
In terms of above game stuff.
Damn, I didn't know that Tok could take those. I was just gonna give it to Soza, see if she could do anything with them. Damn.
Soza would definitely be able to do stuff with them. However, if Tok wanted to keep the spellbook for himself, he can learn those spells, and I would allow him to cast them as well.
Well, okay, so let me RP this a little bit. I'm gonna take the spell book. Gonna take the spell book and be like, I might know someone who can do this, unless someone else in our party can. What do you guys think? And I guess show it to them. Just a
I
quick
just
little
point at Tok.
raises an eyebrow. Can you do anything with this?
Shakes head.
No, I raise, like turn head towards Tok. Raise eyebrow.
Possibly. Let me skim through it.
All right, I hand the book to Tok.
Okay. Alex, I got a question about the spell book.
Sure.
Would it be, I guess, possible to take only like one or two of the spells out and then give the book to somebody else, or is it just
Yeah.
all or nothing?
You can take all of them. You can take a couple of them. Like I said, with the Eldritch Knight thing, you basically kind of memorize stuff and then use it kind of instantly. So if you wanted to give it away, you can do that. Otherwise, you can basically keep them around and basically use it as, like spell scrolls.
Yeah. So memorizing is not like a spell scroll. It's not a one and done. It's just you memorize them and they stay in there, right?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay. It's pretty much just like transferring a spell from one spell book to another.
Yeah.
The other spell book is yourself.
Yeah, so if you want to take, you can take some time to memorize some of these spells, and add them to your repertoire whenever you're able to learn the certain levels of spells. Otherwise, you can just kind of like take your own stuff as well, in addition to whenever your class stuff levels up.
Like the one, I think it was Disguise Self or something like that.
Alter Self.
Alter Self, yeah, that.
Much different thing.
Really? How so?
Disguise self is an illusion. Alter self is an actual physical thing.
Yeah, Alter Self is transmutation. Disguise Self is illusion.
Because I use disguise self. It's like what I did, Shaggy.
You broke the DM.
I wasn't expecting it, so...
None of us were.
I love that moment.
I have an excuse!
Yes, you do.
But yeah, no, with disguise self, if someone pokes me, like say they try to grab where my horns are, and I'm disguised, they'll feel the horns, but they'll be just touching mid-air. So...
Yeah, we could be headbats. Ow! Why did the air poke me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh hey, the air's not poking me, it's your horns! Why do you have horns?
Yeah. So alter self, if you say like, oh man, I can't breathe underwater. Oh wait. Boom. Done.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that one. The other one that said he had like knives floating in the air or something.
Yeah, it's called Cloud of Daggers.
Ooh, I definitely want that one.
You could copy down all the ones
Yeah.
that you don't have.
Yeah, it's not going to use them up.
I'll throw it in Discord
Discord.
real quick, and then we can move on.
So, like, keep shield and give that to somebody else so that they can use shield because you have that already memorized. And then everything
Yeah, that's
else
why-
is pretty much...
That's why I was only going to take like maybe a couple and then, give the rest to...
And again,
that was
some of these are rituals, so if you do decide that you're like, hey, I want to keep the book and ritual cast stuff, you can do that as well.
Yeah. But what she was saying is like you can take all those spells and put them in your repertoire, and then the book will still be there with the spells in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It will just take you a little bit of time to memorize all.
Yeah,
Memorize all of
it's
them.
just taking time to actually learn the spells and practice
Okay.
them.
I like that idea better.
Yeah.
And then we can just pawn the book off later.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, so...
So anyway, like I said in the beginning, I was gonna check on Kibbles and Pinecone, see if they were doing all right.
Kibbles is kind of running around the room of the inn and kind of like sniffing people and bounding over laps, and even Omaed kind of like jumps over Omaed, and Omaed kind of grunts in a little bit of pain.
I'm gonna take out a little scrap off of food off of a table and just hand it to Kibbles.
Kibbles eagerly eats it.
Scritch behind the ear. Good kibbles. I'll go check on Pinecone.
To do that, you're gonna have to leave the inn, so.
Yeah, I'm on laptop. Can we just say I'm out there?
Yeah, that's fine. And, so,
It was just
You
more of a
li-
quick check and go back in.
yeah. Well, the stalls for the, the stables are in a slightly, like, off closer to, like, the edge of town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at the map and
Yeah, I
Pinecone's
threw Pinecone right outside the door, but I just kind of just because they were with you in the heat of the moment. Pinecone's not literally where Pinecone is placed. At the
oh,
moment.
for the love of fuck! I just got texted. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, great. I gotta leave for a quick moment.
Okay.
Oh.
So.
I'm sorry. I gotta go.
Okay. Well.
Hopefully I'll be back in time before the thing's done. So just kind of like, I figure this is an RP heavy episode. So
Yeah. So. No worries.
I'll be back.
Eventually, you kind of hear a knock at the door. Like a rap, rap, rap. And I'll say as Drain's off going to go check on the thing on Pinecone. He walks out and somebody else walks in.
Who walks in?
A buff or half orc now. I don't know if I have artwork of him. Yeah, I don't have artwork of him. But the innkeeper opens up the door and kind of checks out and like, oh, Speaker Matthew. It's so good to see you. Is everything all right? And Oris Matthew, as he kind of enters in, he's a half orc, covered in furs. He's got a couple hand axes at his side. He does not look anything like the model that I have here, but I'm just having him here for the moment.
Kind of just looks like Tok.
Yeah, kinda. Maybe a little bit longer hair. He comes in. All right. Everybody doing all right?
Hand on the desk.
He could be better. But we're surviving.
I guess, I would say a little bit less than alright, but at least alive. We can deal with wounds easily enough. Can't deal with dead quite as easily. Thanks for keeping everybody hold up in here. Marta? And Marta, the innkeeper, she's like, Right, I've been trying to get everybody warm and keeping everybody, drinks and providing what, I can to help with wounds and stuff. Wait. And he kind of takes a look around, kind of taking a look over each of you, kind of seeing everybody being beaten and battered.
Right, so you must be a bunch of adventurers then. I saw, in the thick of it, I thought I saw one of you standing up on top of the inn.
I just raised 2 fingers and just, yeah, that was me.
Got a nice bow in your hands there, sir. Thank you. In any
You're
case, I'm making the round seeing what the damage is.
Looks like they mainly got you the food storage.
Yeah, I just got past there. These animals, they did a good amount of damage in these parts. Just trying to figure out what's going on. Just trying to make my way over towards the docks and towards the my quarters is the at the town hall, as it were. Figured if anybody is trying to attack there, they'd be trying to get to center of town. Trying to get at me, but
Did this gentleman introduce himself?
He did not introduce himself, but you did hear his name from, Marta. If he...
sorry to wear my manners. I am Oris Mastio. I'm the leader, speaker of the town. Only recently, the previous speaker, she retired and I took up the role, but there's some people that are a little bit more contentious with my position, but I'm doing what I can. In any case, just trying to get a lay of things. These recent events are a little bit more unprecedented than what I'm used to. You're a bunch of adventurers. Maybe you have a bit of an idea of what's going on. It's not out of blue that a bunch of glowing animals show up in the middle of town just wrecking everything.
As far as we can tell, they were awakened animals under the control of a druid that is employed by the Ice Maiden, Frostmaiden, whoever is the lady dictator over this world, or this land.
Are you talking about the winter goddess Ariel? Yeah, she also goes by the nickname of Frostmaiden.
Yep.
Heard of her, and I would assume that with everything being, well, frozen for the past couple of years, that she's at least had a hand in whatever's going on.
Seems like it.
Actually, if there is a druid behind it, explain some of the reports I've been hearing out of Lonelywood and Bremen. Over in Lonelywood, they've been dealing with this moose. Apparently twice the size of any of us. Hell, even twice the size of a regular moose.
Believe it.
And if they're being wicked animals and all, probably ties back to whatever's been going on over in with this druid. Can't say I'm very fond of it, but it's a little bit beyond my capabilities.
Yeah, I don't really know much else other than that. She ran away before we could question why she was doing all of this.
If anything, I'd probably be guessing hit-and-run tactics.
Guerrilla warfare out here?
I'm no tactician by any means. An army of goats and wolves seems a little bit more far-fetched, but granted, when it comes to orc heritage, they tend to use those more as mounts than anything. But
Sho Val just holds up the sign to Mordin saying, there weren't any gorillas that we fought in that group.
I like your sense of humor.
I guess it was a term of my land, not yours. Hit and run tactics. It's a type of warfare.
Oh, that gorilla, and he spells it correctly.
Yep, there you go. I just
The
reach
amount
over.
of animals threw me off.
He just reaches over and pats your leg. It's okay.
And the concussions aren't helping either.
Well, all things considered, whatever they were trying to do certainly worked. I just got past our food supplies and got some reports from some of the soldiers that are a little bit more underneath my jurisdiction and leadership. They say that at least a good chunk, maybe 40% of our food storage has been torn through and ripped asunder and probably gone to waste, so we're probably gonna be having some hard months ahead of us. We're already short in terms of food as it is, because I know our fishers have been pulling up most of the weight. Usually we have a little bit more food in our storage, but 2 years of winter does not exactly do well for terms of crops and random animals outside. Kind of devastating blow on the hunting, as it were.
Understandable.
Well, I'd imagine the 3 of you, 4 of you, kind of looks over at Omed and Prelu and everybody else. Well, in any case, thanks to you and some of our soldiers, we managed to drive them back, but before they managed to cause too much damage, but we're definitely gonna be hurting for a while. I wish I could give you anything as a token of thanks, but and Mada speaks up. Well, if there's anything I can do, maybe I can at least leave a room open for them if they decide that they wanted to pass through.
That would probably be the best option, and that everybody benefits from it.
As a word, I'd love to ask for your guys' help in helping rebuild and do everything, but from the looks of it, you're more mercenary types, and are probably better suited to dealing with more of the monstrous varieties. Probably more on the soldier front than on the masonry or carpentry fronts.
I don't know. Well, personally, I could talk to some of your hunters around the area and give them pointers to be better trackers. Bring in more food, but that's about the extent of my ability.
I hold up
Hey,
Sho.
that
Look
would
at
be
it. Look back.
that would be helpful. But our hunters are already fairly good, as it were. They've gotten used to hunting and tracking in the wood in these tundras. If anything, I'd probably more ask your help in trying to track down whoever's behind this.
Oh, you don't even have to ask that. We're already doing it.
Right, you said it was a druid of some sort.
It's the only people I can think of that can change from an owl to a human.
You must have saw something that I didn't, because I didn't see any owls or humans.
A pretty good vantage point
Well,
from the top
I
of
mean-
this building.
That's fair. I mean, I did see some
And-
humans, but they're more our town's guard than druids. All things considered, if there is anything I can maybe pull some influence for, even maybe doing a writ with maybe some of our allies with the dwarves in the underground cities over to the east.
If you could,
Though, looking over at Omed, and Omed's like, I've already got them covered.
yeah, getting a discount on some decent weaponry wouldn't hurt, but I don't think we need to take anything else from you guys. You guys have it hard enough as it is. So
Right.
think of this as a pro bono work.
Well,
Basically, we were here and just did what we needed to do.
And Garrett actually kind of speaks up.
all things considered, I'd probably be more inclined to getting home myself.
Yes, we do need to get Garrett home.
My, husband is probably worried sick about me. I've been gone
your
for
dog.
probably way too long. Yes, and boy too.
Just remember, without Boy, we wouldn't be here.
Oh, he's a lucky dog. That's why I kept him along. I'm going to give him so many treats when I get home. Well,
Out of game, Alan. Out of game, Alan. Peter, you guys want to interject anything?
Rest first, then hunt druid, please.
I'm just kind of trying to pull you guys into the RP. All right.
Things going on. But anyway,
Tok's too busy looking at his spellbook.
Okay. Sorry, Alex.
Oris kind of keeps continuing on.
are any of you fishermen or have any background in boating by chance?
No, I'm land-based
All right.
hunter.
Kind of looks over to Tok and kind of notices that Tok's basically just kind of like head first into a book.
Nerd.
Nerd! No. Looks over to Sho Val.
Raise shovel again. Shake
Right.
head.
Well, I've heard some reports out of Bremen. Apparently, some of their ships have been attacked in the waters.
In the water.
Granted, we basically use part of the same lake.
Here, I'll actually pull up the. Actually, yeah, I can pull up the 10-town map here real quick. The Mayor Dualdon, they use they basically kind of shift out of the same lake that Bremen and Targos are in.
Yeah.
Lonely Woods just kind of to the northwest of you. However, Bremen, as he explains,
Well, apparently some of their ships over in that sector of Meriduldon has been attacked. A few fishermen have been disappearing. I'd imagine if some druids behind it, they've probably awakened something in the water themselves. Maybe like a shark or something. I can't imagine any sharks this far north, though.
Orca, perhaps?
Yeah, they could have gone with whale.
Whales would be an idea. Actually, there was this one whale, but yeah, they're actually a little bit more tame and only shows up occasionally. Have you ever heard about Angajuk?
No, I have not.
Well, over in the Sea of Moving Ice.
I'll actually pull up the map again. So way up to the northwest. Basically, the continent kind of ends into basically what would be akin to like the Arctic Oceans. He goes,
Well, there was an awakened. There was an awakened sperm whale with a boat on its back. His name Angajuk. Most people leave it alone. But with all things considered, maybe you can go talk with Angajuk. He's a awakened sperm whale. Famously awakened by a druid named Anga. But as for the honestly, if Anga's behind this, that'd be interesting.
Why would it be
I don't think that one's related, in all honesty. I know there's probably more than just one druid up in this area.
No, we can definitely look into it.
Well, in any case... if I had any more information, I'd give it to you, but as far as I'm aware, that's all the stuff that I've done going on. Maybe you could find some other allies over in the Caer Konig or Caer Dinaval, maybe even East Haven, but some of the news out of there seems like they're more dealing with their own problems.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me know if there's anything that I can do for you. You have my support. Granted, I don't think funds or food or anything of physical value are
It's
anything
not
I can
needed.
provide at the moment, all things considered. But
Would you have any healing potions? I know they're rare up here, but they would help.
He kind of sits there and thinks for a moment.
Let me dig around a little bit. I'll see what I can muster up. If nothing else, I can write down a little missive for you. I can create... if nothing else, I can hopefully let my name be of some help to you. I'm at least somewhat influential in amongst the leaders of 10 towns. Maybe if I can talk to... if anything, I could maybe give you a writ, and if you hand it off to some of the speakers of the towns, they might be able to provide you with lodging or something. Tell them that you're on a quest to deal with greater things than what we're capable of dealing with. And just explain the situation.
He kind of just
Mordin
starts
does
looking
not-
at you. Question
Mordin
please?
does not feel good about that. Like, if we're going again, he kind of just slowly said, if we are going to go against this tyrant, I'd actually rather not spread that around. Like, spread that knowledge around that we're actively going against her. Because that might paint targets on us. Sorry, I'm paranoid.
No.
With everything we've run into, it's just...
And, Omaed speaks up. Right, the tiefling here has a point. If you're going around saying like, hey, look at me, I'm going to try to take you down. Well, it's probably gonna end up being bad.
Yeah.
All things considered. Hey, look at me, I'm trying to take you down. Well, I don't think I'm going to let you take me down, thank you very much.
Here's a swarm of bats, or whatever that she wants to throw at us anymore. Yeah,
Here, throw another army out of awakened animals at you in the middle of the night.
all the goats.
Penguins, too.
Oh god, no, not penguins. No penguins. Please, Alex, no penguins.
What are penguins?
Little flightless bird things that are very nicely dressed, but very mean.
If you
Are
know
they
what
some?
a goose
Are
is,
they from
it's
some?
a snow goose.
From farther north.
Are they from the more warmer regions? Maybe some of those archipelagos.
Oh, God, no.
Omaed knows
Sorry,
nothing about
stop
penguins.
Stop giving ideas, please. Alright.
Oh, you know, the good old Hawaiian penguin.
Actually, there are penguins on islands of Hawaii. But,
Really?
alright, that's neither here nor there.
Anyways.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I lost it. Hey, let's riff on this thing. Oh god, I made a bad joke.
Yes, you did. Oh, God.
What have I done? What have I done? Okay.
But yeah,
I regret nothing.
as long as we could try to keep everything discreet for now, that would be better for our party. But
Well, I can, how about I could at least give some sway and go like, hey, maybe give, maybe some, at least lodging for free.
lodging is fine. I mean, I do.
Granted,
wanna
I
check
don't
out-
know if the speakers would allow this or not, but hopefully my word has some sway. I can at least try to give you an advantage in finding some, at least rest in your adventures.
That would be greatly appreciated.
In any case, I'm gonna go run off and go check on survivors and try to get a count of what else been going on. There's gonna be a lot of paperwork going ahead of me. And he kind of like picks up his stuff. Marta, treat these adventurers well. If anything, I have a hunch that they're probably gonna be the ones that are at least the most capable to deal with this. And he looks over to Omaed. If you feel like it, you might want to join them. Or you can stay here. I'd appreciate the help. Omaed just kind of looks at him and nods and keeps sipping on a booze, on a mead. And
The alcohols.
yep. And then
No penguins.
no penguins. Why?
Have you seen what they've done in Walls and Gromit? Those things, they're scary.
And kind of as he opens up the door.
All right. If you were interested, there was a mine in just over to the east of us. We were having some issues with some dragonlings or kobolds, maybe.
Kobold?
Yeah. Kobolds are always a bane at mines. If you wanted to
The word
do us a favor.
kobold. At the word kobold, Mordin's head just hits the table, and you just hear a groan.
Just groan.
Gah.
It would be a great favor of you to do that, but I will not force my hand in that matter. There are probably other adventurers that I could requisition help from that. Whenever they
We can take a look into it. I just hate kobolds.
It would be appreciated, and I have. You could probably find some value, maybe in the mines by yourselves. In any case, I have my own things that I need to go take care of.
And a cold blast of wind kind of escapes into the room as he opens up the door and makes his leave. I am mildly lightheaded from that voice. Holy crap.
No penguins.
No penguins.
Did it actually show up as no penguins?
No, it actually said no penguins.
Oh god.
'Cause-
Wah, wah, wah.
We do not need to face armored penguins.
it's an army of
alright.
penguins.
I say we just take a rest for the night, and I do want to check out the Dwarven Undercity. See if they can at least equip us a little bit better. I don't know. I look down at my armor, which is there's holes in it, and it's getting tattered and beaten. I'm like, I need better armor.
Yeah. And Keegan's like,
Well, let's see what we can do to help out around here, at least for the day. I'll look around and see if I can help take care of anybody that's been injured.
Which one was Keegan?
Keegan was the ranger that you helped
Okay.
save. He was the ranger that you were supposed to go find in the first place.
Oh, well, actually, yeah, we should actually get you home. Sorry.
Right, that's
There's just so much
the
going
first thing on
right
my
now.
mind. I don't blame
Let's-
you. I don't blame you in the slightest.
Yeah, let's get you home, and then we can go see the Dwarven City.
Yeah, I feel like that would probably be the best option
Yes.
at the moment. If you want, we could take a couple hours and
Rest up.
rest up and maybe even attend to some of the injured. And Perry Lee's like, I should, I can go help with that. And,
She looks over to Marta and goes,
excuse me, where's the, town hall? Maybe there's some people being taken there for, medical problems.
and Marta gives her directions. And
Before she
Omaeda.
goes. Before she goes, Sho Val goes up to her, puts the slab up and says, "Thank you for saving me this couple of times," and gives her a hug.
And she kind of like sits there and just kind of like hugs into the kind of hugs into the hug for a little bit, and then let's go. You're all nice people. If it weren't for all of you, I'd be probably food for a yeti right now. If not the ball that I was. If there's anything I can do, please let me know. But I'm thinking right here's where I'm gonna try to be. If I can help the individuals, keep them alive, maybe keep their spirits up. I know it's gonna be hard, but...
And I think you'll be just fine.
I'll try what I can. And Omed kind of sits there and like, alright, I'll go with the efforting. I'll go check in on everybody and see how everybody's doing.
As he walks past me, I kind of just touch his shoulder and, yeah, I cast your wounds. Just nonchalantly try, like, discreetly, because I knew he was trying to hide it.
Make a sleight of hand.
21.
Well, he got a 9, so... So,
just now...
so how much do you heal him? Out of curiosity. 4.
4. I give him a little bit of healing. He's no longer feeling a little bit. Some of the aches are gone, but.
See, I'm already feeling better. Just a little bit of time off my feet, and we're already getting better. See, things are looking up.
Mordin just face palms.
Come on! Yeah. Who's your name again?
Perilou.
Come on, Perilou. Let's go.
Hallelujah.
Come on, Perilou.
I don't know anymore. And so the two of them make their way off into the town hall to go help with people.
What do you guys say? Let's just call it a night. That was in game to go take a nap, take a rest.
You will be able to take a long rest.
Oh, we're not done with dialogue yet. Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna let you guys discuss. Keegan's gonna take a little bit of a rest and maybe pick up some food himself. But I'm gonna let everybody else kind of maybe sit and create a game plan.
All right. So on our table, on our docket, what do we got?
Bring the guy back to his place. Follow the druid, or go visit the whale, or go visit the mine.
Also go to the dwarven city. And possibly get outfitted better. I think first and foremost we need to take Keegan home. His husband's worried. We need to get him home. So that's going back to Targos?
Targos, yes.
Yeah.
Keegan lives in Targos, and that is where he and his husband are based out of.
Yep.
You also do have business with the
Shander? No, not Shander.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Shandar Froth.
Shandar.
Shandar Froth. He was the one that hired you guys to basically escort him around everywhere.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he said that if he needed to, he could find another group to take him back. So
We told him to wait a couple of days, and if we weren't back, he would just head back on his own.
So if we see him when we bring Guy back to his place, then...
He said that he was going to be working with the town speaker of Targos for a little bit, kind of working out some basically business proposals between the two. Kind of just trying to figure out how to open up trade routes and stuff again, considering everything's kind of been fraught for a while.
Yeah. It's been like 4 days since we left Targos, I believe.
I would say it's probably been about 3 to 4 days.
Yeah, so he's probably still there. We can deal with that when we get there. So game plan tomorrow, we head back to Targos with... I just said his name, dear God.
Shander Froth?
No, not Shander. Keegan.
Keegan. Okay.
Keegan. And then after that, I'd say we need to go to... We should stop the Dwarven City with... he said he'd try to get us discounts on stuff. I think we need some better... Well, I need some better armor. And I'd rather have Dwarven made than anything else. Your guys' thoughts?
I'm not in too much of a hurry for more armor. I just got this stuff, but if you feel we need some better stuff, then that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to speak for Dearaen, but he would probably be inclined to upgrade equipment as well.
Probably. Where was the cat? Which city was Cat Lady in?
That was in Brynjander.
All right, we're not going all the way back to Brynjander though. I mean, she said gave him what, a week and a half to 2 weeks.
It was like 2 weeks.
Okay. So we still got time on his armor.
Yeah. But he's also kind of like in the, well, if we have, I would assume if we can get anything of value to help our group, by all means. I would assume. I'm not putting words in his mouth.
Understandable.
So.
All right. So, and after that, we probably keep our ears to the ground about the druid. I think that's not over yet, but I don't know who we can even ask or try to find information about it. Doc, you're quiet. Get your nose out of the book.
Okay.
It kind of flicks Tok's knee, trying to get his attention.
Is Tok here? Alan? You're really quiet.
We can barely hear you. Uh-oh. Hooray?
Though?
Can you hear me now?
A little bit. You're really quiet, though.
What's going on?
I don't know. What's going on?
It's like you're halfway cutting out as you're speaking.
Kind of like you were having the same problems that Peter was having.
It might just be Discord.
It could be.
But in game, we are in no shape to go chasing after the druid right now.
Right.
No, we are not.
We need to rest, and by the time we do rest, she could be long gone, or they could be long.
I mean, they're probably. I will say, even if it were just a regular druid, you don't know how many times. Actually, roll a intelligence check. Just straight intelligence.
Okie dokies.
6.
4. I don't know shit about druids in game.
Eight.
Tok knows everything about druids in game.
Well, Tok, you know that druids can shift into animals. You don't know how many times they can do it, or that kind of thing. So you could probably guess that, oh hey, maybe the druid transformed into another flying animal and just zoomed off. And is probably long gone by now. Even in just like half an hour, so. It's kind of hard to tell where somebody would be, especially when druids have the ability to change their shape
Yep.
and basically get different mobility speeds.
Yep.
So she could be right around the corner. She could be 30 miles away by now. Who knows?
He could have turned into Pinecone.
She could have turned into Pinecone. Actually, that'd be kind of a scary thought.
All of a sudden,
It was me all along. Ah! Pinecone! It too!
All of a sudden, Devin needs to roll up a new character because he went to go check out.
Devin, you
He's been
died
gone a
because
long
Pinecone
time.
was the druid all along.
Oh my god, please tell him that. And then say, just kidding, LOL. But, oh my god. I'm sorry. Too much trolling. Alright, let's just take a rest right now. And
so,
tomorrow we'll take Keegan back home.
Okay. So, with all of that out of the way, you kind of spend the day relaxing, and if you're interested, helping out around town, maybe helping rebuild or just helping people deal with wounds and stuff. And Keegan even goes, as much as I want to get home, it'd probably be best to at least try to remedy the immediate threat situation.
Yeah.
Rebuilding is something that'll take time, but wounds are a little bit more necessary to deal with at the moment.
I help with wounds. Wound care and helping people. To the best of my abilities. Without using any spells.
Taking a long rest.
That's up to DM.
You get. I'm saying that you get a long rest. In addition to.
Cool.
I'm saying, like, if there's any, like, kind of, like, side stuff that you kind of want to do, just helping out around anywhere, or just sitting and taking a rest, you can do that. Otherwise, you manage to get a long rest, and I suppose we could pick up next time, hopefully with everybody here. I think I might cut this one a little bit short. And then have
I'd
everybody...
just say, after we're all done, we just hit the road. So
Yeah.
we'll start on the road
Yeah,
tomorrow
well,
or next time.
we will start on the road back to Targos. Next time. In the frozen north of Icewind Dale.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us, and if you enjoyed, please do all the supporty stuff. As in...
Join us next Saturday for Curse of Strahd.
Yes, join us next Saturday for Curse of Strahd. Or follow at least me on social media at CGDNemesis. Thank you, and have a good night. Bye!